Hey, you found our story corner. It's Monday, and today's story is called The Good Samaritan. It's a story that Jesus told to teach us about what it means to love your neighbor. So I hope you enjoy it. Jesus loved to be with people. He wanted to teach others about his Father's love, and people went to hear his message. One day, a very smart man was listening to Jesus teach. He wanted to test Jesus. The man asked, "Teacher, what can I do to make sure I have eternal life?" Jesus smiled. He said, "What does the law say about eternal life with the Father?" The smart man knew the answer. He said for all to hear, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul. Love him with all your strength and all your mind." The man continued, "The law says to love your neighbor as you love yourself." "You know the law well. Now go and live this way," said Jesus. "Then you will have eternal life." But the man was not done testing how much Jesus knew about God. He asked Jesus one more question. "Teacher, who is my neighbor?" The crowd became quiet. They wanted to hear Jesus answer. Then Jesus told a story. Jesus said, "One day there was a Jewish man traveling to Jericho. It was a long walk, and he was all alone. Suddenly, 3 men jumped out. They hurt the man and stole everything he had, even his clothes. Then they ran away. The man lay in the dirt at the side of the road. He could not walk, and he could hardly talk. A priest was walking down the same road. He saw the man lying in the dirt. The priest said, "Oh dear, I wish I could help, but that man is so dirty. I can't touch him. I want to stay clean." The priest crossed the road and kept walking. He shook his head and said, "Someone else will help him." After a little while, another man passed by. This man was a helper in the temple. The temple helper saw the hurt man. He frowned and said, "Oh, poor man. Someone should help him. But I am on the way to the temple. I'm in a hurry." The temple helper stepped to the other side of the road. He kept walking. After a long time, a third person passed by. This person was a Samaritan. Jews and Samaritans did not get along. The Samaritan saw the man lying in the dirt. He knew that the hurt man needed help. He forgot that Jews and Samaritans did not like each other. The Samaritan knelt down. He bandaged the man's wounds. He put oil on cuts and bruises. He gave the man something to drink. Then the Samaritan lifted the hurt man onto his donkey. He led the donkey to an inn. The Samaritan helped the man into a bed at the inn. He brought the man food and water. He took good care of him. Then the Samaritan gave money to the innkeeper. He said, "Take care of this man. When I come back, I will pay you for anything he needs." Jesus finished his story. He looked around at the crowd. Then he looked at the smart man who had asked the question. Jesus asked the man, "Which of the 3 men who walked down the road was a neighbor to the man who was hurt and robbed?" The smart man thought about it. He said, "The man who was kind." Jesus told the smart man, "Go and do the same." So that's the story of the Good Samaritan, the story that Jesus told to teach us about loving our neighbor. And I have a couple of would you rather questions for you. All right, I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope it got you thinking about how to love your neighbor.